Hey guys, welcome to the channel. Thank you so much for stopping by and checking it out. Hey, if you'd consider liking, sharing, subscribing, that would be awesome. And I do want to apologize for being so late with getting this episode out. I had a whole situation set up where I was going to have a big area and I set out a whole bunch of traps and was expecting to make a lot of catches. And just to be honest, I just didn't make a lot of catches there. So I'm going to show you a little bit of the highlights from that. But I went on my longest drought ever without catching a canine. I really expected to put some coyotes on the ground, and I was hoping to have a really nice cable restraint video about that, but it just didn't work out for me that way this year. I'm okay with it. Hopefully it means that I've been doing good in that area and there's just not that many more coyotes around. So in this episode, I'm going to do just a couple highlights of some of the catches, some of the situations I got into, and then I'm going to show you kind of what I'm looking to do for beaver trapping and just kind of show you some of the landscape that I'm going after that. Soon upcoming on the channel, we're going to be putting some fur handling videos. So we did the one with skinning out the paws on this here bobcat, and soon we're gonna, I'm gonna go through and show you how I'm gonna tan that for myself. Got some minks and some fox and some coyotes and just some different things. So once again, thanks for stopping by, and let's get into it. All right guys, so we're towards the beginning of the property that I just took you around. Very first couple traps, we got ourselves a coon right off the bat. So still got a lot of cables to check, but it feels nice to catch a raccoon in the trap set for a raccoon instead of just cable restraints and picking them up and all the other animals. So hopefully we kind of get back into a good system, and this actually looks like a really decent sized raccoon. I don't know if this makes sense, but the weather has been warm during the day, cold during the night. So we have warm temps, and right when it gets dark, there's like a long period of time where it's getting cold, getting cold, getting cold. So those coons can still move. So we're able to pick up both. Hopefully the coyotes get moving and we can catch some of them too. Yeah, so let's get on down the line. We got a lot of cables to check, get them taken care of. All right guys, I want to show you something. I ain't got a lot of time. I got some rain coming, so got a hole here that's been dug. And if you look, you find some coyote scat there, and then here, I don't know if this is, looks like coyote scat also, but it's got a lot of hay and straw in it. So I don't know what was going on here. Got another hole right there with scat down in it. So for whatever reason, they've come here a couple times and they've dug. This would be great if I was still running footholds, but I'm not. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to try to put some red fox gland here to try to make them mad, and then I'm going to track the red fox gland, maybe even put some bait down in that hole into some of these trails and have cables on weight. And I had a cable right there, and I caught a deer in it and it broke the cable. I do have one there, I do have one over there, but there's a couple more trails that I could set, maybe one over on that side also. If, like I said, if I was still running footholds, this would be an area I would definitely be hitting up because it's already got the natural hole. But this kind of just shows you what it actually looks like when a coyote digs up a spot. So when you're making your sets, you should be trying to get them to look very similar to these. So yeah, I'm gonna use their own stuff against them and see what we can do and get some cable set and check in on tomorrow. All right, towards the beginning of our line, and until we got something in the cable down here. It's a raccoon. I'm not sure how he got caught. Looks like he got hip caught. This is like the second time I've had a raccoon get hip caught in a cable, but the weather's been really weird lately. We're getting cold at night, but getting all the way up into like the 50s during the day. So there's a period of time when it gets dark where it's like 50 degrees, 40 degrees, 30 degrees. I mean, it's like swinging 20, 30 degrees every single day. I was hoping that the coyotes would be moving, but they just haven't been. I've been getting more deer in my cables and more now coons. So I'm hoping that that changes, but we are picking up a raccoon. It's a nest predator. We can still keep it. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to harvest this guy and move on. Yeah, hip caught, and yeah, I'm just going to get him taken care of, and we'll move on down along. Everybody's going to be happy to get these nest predators out of the way. We're starting to get some turkeys around my place again. So yeah, let's get them handled, and yeah, we'll see what else we can do. All right, we still got bait in there. Had a little setup over here looking for raccoon, and that's what I got in this DP. So I had a trail here with
lots of tracks on it. There's like all these little trails that come onto this little island. So creek goes this way, runoff goes this way. A little island in between. And I was like, you know what, this would probably be a great spot for coon trapping. It is, and that's actually a really pretty raccoon. Looks like it has really nice fur. So we'll get this guy taken care of. Another nest predator off of this new location, and yeah, we'll move on. Hopefully we get those coyotes moving. I don't think I've ever gone this long without catching a coyote, but yeah, you never know. Today could be the day. I still got like 30 or 40 more cables to check, so we'll keep on moving. All right, guys, it's February 17th. I've checked all my traps today and I haven't caught anything. So tomorrow is the very last day of trapping season. We actually got snow on this property where I've been trapping. I've been praying and wishing for snow, and we just haven't had any. I've been here for a month without any snow, and I finally got some snow, and this is the only, and I'm not even 100% sure, but this is the only trail that I've found in the snow that I'm pretty sure was made by a predator. If you can see that, kind of see those dimples in the snow, that's normally a really good indication that that's a predator walking on a straight line. So he came down through here, turned around this, and he went up this trail. I didn't choose to put a cable restraint on this trail. I chose to put one on this trail, and something ran up to this cable and stopped, but the cable was already knocked down. So I don't know if a deer knocked it down, I'm not sure, but he was definitely, whatever it was running around and really sniffing, trying to figure it out. But he ran all the way up this trail right here. So I'll get that cable reset. We'll walk a little bit down this trail just in case he comes back. I doubt that he will, but I got to give myself every opportunity. Walk down this trail a little ways, that way if he finds my feet and he stops and smells it, it won't be right by a cable. Hopefully he'll follow it right to the cable. All right, I've been having really bad luck, and now that it's cold, probably not going to catch any raccoons on the last day, so it's just down to canines. Good news is the weather does look promising for them to move. Just had a big storm, and it's supposed to be really cold tomorrow, and another front coming, so it's normally a good indication that they'll move. So we'll get all these cables set up and ready for one more check day, so let's get into it. All right, guys, so I'm checking out a new spot for beaver in the snow. So it's tomorrow's the last day of land trapping season, so I'm down here checking out some beaver stuff, and walking along, and I see someone else's prints. So I got raccoons and a lot of other critters, but I see someone else's footprints right there. So I don't know if someone else is trapping here, and looks like, you know, they don't look like they came today, but it looks like they could have been here. So I'm just looking. If I find some traps, then more power to this guy. I guess it's all his, but I mean, I got some other places, but this is my first stop. Jeez Louise, it's thick and nasty down here. But just looking around, can't tell if this is still active or not. There's a tiny little dam right over there, water spilling over the top though. I mean, that don't mean too much, but all right, I'll turn it back on if I find something good. I don't know how well you can see that, but I mean, I got one dam that's hanging on there pretty good. There's another one over there. Yeah, maybe. I don't know if this is trail camera worthy, but maybe I'll throw a trap in or two here and just see. Like, I'm kind of walking across a small little dam. I was trying to look for, that's what I'm looking for. That's muskrat, but that looks like beaver. See if I can find any more along there. I mean, this looks pretty fresh. And it's doing its job. It's not busted open. Some of the little dams down there are busted open, but that looks old. Like that tree laying down looks old. I'm not finding a lot of stuff that looks new. There's a beaver hut across the way. Go check that out next. So, all right, so all I did was go from that side to this side, and I found decent crossover. Tell the water is not frozen right there, but frozen out there. So pretty sure I got activity. Now, I've seen a handful of muskrats so far, but since I've been over here, I've been finding like this is a feed bed. So I don't know if he's got a bank down here or something. Looks deep enough there to be a bank down. I'm looking for definitive tracks. I haven't found any big, huge beaver tracks yet. They've all been pretty small, but I think I'm finally into where there are some actually living. And all I had to do is cross the road. My guess is other people have tried trapping them and coming from that way. And I'm the brazen one that figured out a way to cross the creek and got over here, and I want to go to this point, see what it looks like. Got another crossover here. That's nasty, I tell you. It is nasty. Yeah, right here. Water is not frozen. This is right where the dam is. Like I said, not too much activity on that side, but this side looks a lot different. Numerous places where I think they're going in and out. Nothing real deep there though. Alright, I'll turn it back on to find something good. Right there is my freshest chewing right along this dam, so they're still here. I don't know exactly where, but I doubt they're coming from that hut all the way up here. But yeah, we're gonna set some traps and see what we can do. I'm over here. This is the very first spot I tried trapping beavers this year, and I caught one beaver, and I caught him real fast. I caught him actually right over there. So here's the hut. I can see the entrance to the hut, and PA, I'm not allowed to trap it. I'm looking at the run right beside it. I'm not seeing beaver tracks right there. I mean, this beaver has a feed pile here, so if it's in that hut, if it's in this hut right here, it doesn't have to come out that much. But what I did was, I don't want to set any traps because I'm not seeing what I believe to be fresh signs. So I put a trail camera over there, and I put a caster mount with some foxy flat tails on it. He's calling it Beaver Buster. That's his lure book brand. I put it there. I'm going to give it a week as I'm doing other things and just see. I'm going to come back and check it. If we've got beaver, then we'll come back down and try to get it. I'm looking at an excellent snare location over there. I didn't notice it from that side, but right underneath that tree, there's a trail that goes up. Probably be really good. Something I've always noticed, when it freezes over, I've stopped down here a couple different times just to see if I can see a new sign. So if you can look, that creek's frozen right there. It's frozen in that direction. Now it's kind of warm today, so it's melting, but right here in front of the hut, it's always open. I don't know if that's because there's so much stuff here, or if that beaver is actively eating, coming out and grabbing some things and going back in the hut, or if she has a den somewhere else. It's a female, because I caught the male. So I don't know if someone else caught it, if this is just muskrats that are doing this. I'm seeing mink and muskrat tracks all over the place. So yeah, we'll just check back in a week and see if it's here, and make a choice from there. Also, I've come to this side. There's a road right there. You've probably seen numerous vehicles go by. Everybody that tried to attack this beaver came from that direction. So I'm thinking if I put stuff on this side, I might have better luck. Also, where I put that caster mount, if a beaver does start hitting it, I can easily set a foothold there, and I'm 15 feet away from the hut. So I'm staying in my legal means. It's deep right there. Plus I'm looking at a tree with the trail. You can obviously tell the beavers are going through that I can hook a snare to. So I got a lot of plans if there is a beaver here, but only time will tell.
Hey, thank you again so much for watching that there. And if you would just check this out, I've got a stack of beaver fur. So we're getting into them, and I'm getting them dried, and some are salted and skin and flesh, and we're going to get into that in the next episode and dedicate that to some beaver trapping. So God bless, tight chains, and I'll see you in episode 11.